Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the booth. My name's Jimmy Coleman, sitting alongside seven-time X Games medalist Maggie Voisin. And, well, this is exciting because it's only the third time that we've ever contested this for women here at X Games.
Yes, and I'm so excited that we're starting off with Knuckle Huck. This event is all about having a good time. I don't want to dare I say it's less serious, but it's going to be a blast. And I want to highlight some of these athletes, like Jenny Lee Bermanson. She's no stranger to the X Games. Although her last one was in 2020, she has 2 X Games medals, 1 slopestyle, 1 in big air, and she stopped competing in 2021. She stopped so she could be filming and skiing in the streets. Jenny has always had so much style, and I think this event is really going to highlight her skiing.
Well, speaking of highlighting, let's also talk about Annie Carava. She walked out of this with a bronze medal last year and then followed that up with a second bronze medal that she earned in slopestyle to end her weekend in 2025.
Yes, Annie, she's a fan favorite in the ski community for her unbelievable film parts, her style. She has also dominated the comp scene this season in both slopestyle and in big air, but she is no stranger to the X Games Knuckle Huck. Like you said, she's got a bronze already from last year.
Well, we talked about 2 of our favorites. It is a total of 7 in the lineup. So including those 2 standouts, another big storyline, we have 3 brand new faces in the field. We have 3 rookies joining us today.
Yeah, you'll see that there. We have Maria Alais and, sorry, I'm looking, oh, there she is, Finley. She's right at the top.
Finley has to start it off here.
She's going to start it off for us.
3 brand new faces in the lineup. This one is a jam session. They basically get a 20-minute clock out here, and they are going to run in the order that you saw them on the headshot list right there. And basically, if you're new to the X Games, you've never seen Knuckle Huck before, this one is all about, it's an expression session is the term that we coined 2 years ago. It's out here, you're just kind of freestyling this one. The youngest in the field at 17 years old, this is Steamboat Springs, Finley Good starting us off.
She's coming in switch 180, right into another 180. So like you were saying, this competition is all about overall impression. It's about creativity, the use of the knuckle. The judges are going to want to see variety. They're going to want to see style. And it's also a combination of the best 2 to 3 tricks, which will make up the top score. So like we mentioned in the past, if you have a little bit of a bobble, that's okay. We just need 2 to 3 tricks that are going to wow the judges.
Yeah, it's not, the strategy is you don't need one big one. You need a couple of them. But as you mentioned, to your point, you slip up a couple of times, and that's not so bad. 2 or 3 could get you on the top of that podium as we take our first look at Salt Lake City, Utah's Marin Hamill.
Marin, she is a member of the U.S. free ski team. Ooh, giving us all of her style. Marin was, I believe she was an alternate for the Knuckle Huck, but she got in just the other day. And I think this also really highlights Marin skiing. She's a really great contest skier, but she's all about style, all about these fun butter tricks. So I'm excited to see what she has.
So this is another one of our X Games rookies hailing from Spain. This is Maria Esteban Uña, first skier from Spain to compete here at the X Games.
Oh, I love it. I will say I did stalk her Instagram. Oh my gosh, starting it off big.
That's okay. You're going to have some throwaway attempts right there. Again, overall impression. We're not even 2 minutes into this thing.
No, but I was so impressed with Maria. I mean, if you go and check out her Instagram, there are some incredible shots. She is an absolutely unbelievable rail skier, and to see her out here on Knuckle Huck, I bet she's so excited. These are athletes that you wouldn't normally see in your traditional big air slopestyle events, but they get to be here at the X Games, and I just love that this event is so untraditional like that.
Another one of our rookies, this is Alais Develay from France.
Yo, starting off with a massive 720, landing below the bottom line as well. You can hear it, the woo, the energy, the excitement.
See the grab. Look how deep she goes into the landing on this.
Did she? Yeah.
Almost to the last. She went between the second and last die line right there. That's insane. And if you're wondering, like, what is knuckle? There's no jump. There's no lift. Basically, this is the roller. We call that a knuckle off the landing of the last jump of what is the big air and the end of the slopestyle course out here this weekend in Aspen Snowmass. Here's our first look at Jenny Lee Bermanson from Sweden.
Yeah, I highlighted Jenny as one of my top athletes. It's so great to have her here back at the X Games. Oh, she has so much style, and she's always just so calm, cool, and collected, and that's always showed in her skiing. The judges always loved that when she was competing. It's really cool to see her transition, you know, to take a step back from competing, to be like, you know what, I really want to just focus on filming and skiing the streets, and it's really paid off for her.
Well, coming our way right now. This one's from your neck of the woods. This is Grace Eldon. Oh, what just happened there?
I might need to see a replay on that. I don't even know what that was. That was awesome.
She just kind of barrel roll, body slide to hand plant
Like,
push off. What's
hand
that?
drag, but there was also like a body slide in there. I will tell you, I have not seen that before from any of the women
Look
in
at the
the
way
field.
she tucks into this. Both hands actually end up touching at this point. And then the tips go in.
To kind of her backside
tail.
and then landing switch. That was rad. At first I was like, did she mean to do that? But then you could see the excitement at the bottom that she got the trick. Woo, all right, they're starting it off fun.
That's kind of where I was. I was like, was that unintentional or did you just make that up on the go? But then as you said, you saw the reaction. we're only a couple minutes into this. Here comes Finland's Annie Karava.
Yeah, starting off with a big 720, showing us her style, carving it out in the bottom.
So if you're looking at that leaderboard, you don't get scores here. What we do is live ranking.
Winding up, going for that big 720. And I have to highlight, like, this is impressive. Yeah, gets the safety grab in there. The judges are going to love that. And I just, once again, have to highlight, like, this isn't your traditional jump. There is really no transition. It's a knuckle. So that's the fun about it. And as you can see, there's going to be so much variety. Girls going massive off of it, but also showing us that they can do hand drags and then combinations on the knuckle and off.
We go back up to the top of the order with Finley Good. Look how much speed she's carrying into this.
360 to 180. Oh!
See how she traversed from skiers right to skiers left coming into the landing there. She came in hot from the top of that, and she had a good clip of speed going into that.
Yeah, drifting there a little bit. I mean, the plus about this is that the landing of this jump or the knuckle, it is big. You've got a lot of room to play around.
Marin Hamill back in for attempt number 2. She's currently sitting at the top of the standings. Alais Devalet and Grace Eldon right behind her.
Nose butter, kind of tapping into a 360. I also have to highlight these athletes that are in multiple events, like Marin, who's going to be, we're going to see her in slope style later in the week. This is a really, really just fun event for them to get started here at X Games. It's low pressure. I mean, of course, I'm sure all of these women want to medal, but that's kind of the fun about it. I think you'll hear me say that over and over again. Yeah. To sound like a broken record, but it is all about having fun.
That's the embodiment of this entire event. It's just make it up as you go along. We can't stress this enough. There's no jump. There's no lip off of there. It's just, you know, basically it's a blank canvas, and get out there and paint what you can in this 20 minutes to try to impress the judges and walk out of here with gold.
Rodeo, flat 5. All right, yep, stoked. I love the little claim there at the bottom. X Games rookie. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Hails from skiing on indoor slopes in Madrid. Goes to the gym and skis 3 days a week.
Wow. I've never done one of those indoor ski slopes.
Oh, that'll jump her up into silver right now, so she'll overtake Allais. Grace, bumping Grace out of the top 3. Comes Allais Devalet for attempt number 2 as we're just under the 14-minute mark.
Whoa! Oh my, I have never seen that before either. Okay, that almost reminded me of, like, let's say there was a rail on the knuckle, you slide it 90 and then you do a front 270, but there's no rail there. I can't say I've ever seen that before.
Just completely scrubbed all the speed.
We call that a little pretzel maneuver. Yep, pretzel kind of 270. That's what I would call it. Going really big there, landing a bit backseat. I bet if she cleans that up, the judges are going to give her a great score, puts her into 3rd.
Well, if she was in that silver spot, she got bumped down to 3rd, but she's still looking at a potential medal right now with a lot of time left. Again, overall impression is the name of the game. As we said earlier, we haven't seen her in an X Games since Norway in 2020. This is Sweden's Jenny Lee Bermanson.
180 in, switch 360 the other way.
Easy style there.
Oh yeah, even that little like slash at the bottom out of switch, that just goes to show her style.
Jenny Lee's got 2 total medals. She's got a gold and a bronze. She's got a big air gold and a slope style bronze, but that's her first appearance here in Knuckle Huck as we bring back in Grace Eldon, who's now sitting on the outside looking in 4th.
Oh! Ooh. Going for what looks like a 720 and trying to tap her nose on the knuckle. Glad to see that she just popped up there really quickly.
I was going to say, for the bounce that she took, she got up really quick.
Fast. We love seeing that. We love seeing that.
And then you have to hike back up and collect your other shoe.
Yeah,
Watch the impact.
So look, yeah, 720, and then coming around at 5, it looks like trying to tap those noses and then just getting a little caught up. She almost saved it, but yeah, right there. Oh.
Yeah, the left shoulder, and it looked like the left side of the face. All right, so as we said, just glad to see her up and skiing away under her own power.
Grace. She's good.
Well, let's check in with the third member of our crew, a brand new face on the scene on the broadcast team. It's James Woods.
A pleasure to be here. We've had a little flurry of snow come in, just the end of practice at the beginning of this competition, but it doesn't seem to be affecting everyone. We've got some nice blue lines up there, so visuals aren't really a problem. And man, I have to say, amazing energy from all of the ladies. And to be honest, to pick somebody that's really been coming out, big smile on their face every single lap down, Elise, Deverlay, and all of the X Games rookies right now are not feeling the pressure at all. And currently, it looks like they're sticking it to the X Games accomplished athletes. It's very exciting.
Well said, Woodsy. Spot on. We've got Ani coming in. Annie. Whoa, going massive. Oh.
It's got a little washed out at the end. She is sitting in that number 6 spot right now. She lost the ski as well. Still plenty of time left. We haven't even hit the halfway point yet as we take a look back.
Yeah, I think she might have just gone a little bit bigger there than she expected. And looks like she put it down. But yeah, just kind of caught a little tail there right at the end. I mean, it's also flat light. I don't know. For people that don't know, we're saying it's overcast. The sky looks the same as the landings. I mean, that's why we have the blue lines. But still down here in the flat bottom, sometimes it's hard to see that transition. And it's kind of easy to get caught up.
So we go back up to the top of the order for round number 3 here, just under the 12-minute mark. Feeling good. One of our 3 X Games rookies currently sitting in that number 7 spot with a big send.
Oh, 360 in, 360 out, spinning to the left.
Again, traversing some distance, she carved from skiers right to left and went to that second to last die line. So she went deep into that landing.
So deep. Oh, it's so great to see Finley out here. I believe she's a Colorado native, right?
Steamboat Springs.
There we go, yeah.
Summer, she lives in Oak Creek, Colorado.
No, Finley's been a rad rider. I've known her since she was a little grom, and it's so great to see her out here at the X Games. I bet this is an absolute dream come true.
Spends her winters in Sandy, Oregon.
Ooh.
Your current leader, after 9 minutes elapsed off the jam session clock here, coming in switch, Marin Hamill.
All right, switch, tail drag, 360, showing us that Rinny style. Absolutely loving it. And once again, I think I said it last time, but she's headed to the Olympics here in Italy this month, next month. Man, I can't keep track. So to come out here and just have a fun event, not have to think about putting down a big run in slopestyle, I mean, that, I feel like for me, if I was in her shoes, I'd love that so much. Just remembering the fun of the sport before you go off to another really big contest.
Earlier this month in Lax, that's what qualified her for the Cortina Olympics. So she's got a busy couple of weeks here.
Yes. Yeah, that qualifying process is so stressful. This is the first time in 12 years that I haven't had to go through it.
Maria Esteban Uña.
Whoa, okay, I think I'm seeing a little setup here. Did you see that? It almost looked like she wanted to do 180 and backflip. Did you see her arms? I would have to see a replay, but maybe we'll see it again next lap.
I was going to ask you. It looked like she was winding up for something else. Woodsy referenced the smiles. There's a perfect example of that. We can't stress this enough. That is the embodiment of this event. There's no stress. There's none of the run, replay, score. You're just getting out there, jam session, having some fun.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Just because I'm a rail skier, I'm calling it just like a 90-degree butter to front 450. That was so awesome. We have not seen that from any of the women in the field in Knuckle Huck's past.
They're scrubbing that speed.
Woo! Holding on to it there, going massive. This is what I love about the rookies and these women who, like I mentioned, you don't see in your classic slopestyle and big air events. They just bring a totally unique style and a unique approach to these events and to their own skiing. And it really just highlights the true embodiment of what this sport is about.
Well, she was sitting in third prior to that run, so Alais now finds herself in silver medal contention as we are under 9 minutes to go. Jenny Lee Burmanson with attempt number 3 here, women's ski Knuckle Huck.
There we have it, the nose butter wrapping around a forward kind of 360. Super stylish. Jenny Lee.
I mentioned she owns a slope-style bronze. She got that here in 2018 in Aspen, and then the bigger gold came in 2018 as well, and that one was in Norway.
We shared a podium together in 2018 in slope-style, yep. Okay. All right.
Grace Eldon. Didn't you tell me earlier that she didn't realize she was in the comp until this morning, coming in off the alternate list?
She was like, I had no idea. And she was joking because she's like, well, at least I didn't know till this morning because I could sleep last night, so I wasn't nervous at all. Oh!
What a way to wake up on day one of competition at X Games. You're like, oh, I'm in? Oh,
but
okay.
I loved the optimism of like, I wasn't nervous last night going to bed. I slept great. Maybe that's the key. I don't know.
I would agree with that assessment. Like, I'd rather just find out in the morning. Be like, oh, okay. So you don't have time to overthink it.
An event like Knuckle Huck where it's, you know, not so serious. Why not?
So under 8 minutes to go, Marin Hamill sitting in the top spot, Alaïs Develay in second, and Maria Esteban Uña sitting in a bronze medal for now. This one is still up for grabs. Look at the bottom of the screen there, Maggie. We've got winners' odds, courtesy of our friends over at Stake. If you want to know what's at stake, if you will, I'm already starting with the puns. I'm doubling down.
You're so good. You and Wallace are so great with the puns. I'm just good at laughing. I'll laugh with you.
So there you go. So we got some extra stats to throw at you here this weekend at X Games Aspen 2026, driven by Jeep.
All right, Annie dropping in. She's currently in that 7th place position.
Your bronze medalist from slopestyle and Knuckle Huck in 2024.
Yes, the front flip. Yes, Annie. Look at the smile on her face when she comes through the bottom. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
See the high five she was getting as she went through the athlete corral area?
Look at kind of the little pop.
Shunk.
I mean, she had a little air there and was like, all right, tuck.
I almost thought, all right, this one's not working out for her. Then the next thing I know, she's tucking into a fronty. I'm like, what? That was like a little ollie deck check fronty.
I like it. That was perfect. Perfectly explained. Oh, look at the smile.
So again, no scores. It's live ranking. She was at the bottom prior to that. We'll see if that moves her up the food chain here.
I'm curious here. But once again, she's showing that variety.
Oh,
third.
It does!
Yes.
She gets into the medals with that one for now with 6 minutes and some change left to go. And Andy Carava, your bronze medalist from 25, back in the spot where she left off last year.
Mix.
Round number 4. Finley Good. She now sits in that number 7 spot.
Oh man!
How did she hang on?
I thought maybe she was setting a 720, but was bringing it around to 9. I mean, that was so impressive, though.
She lost the ski, and then she just landed in a weird spot and still didn't dump over. Look at her. No biggie.
She hung on there. Yeah, here we go.
Look at the windup.
Setting. Getting the grab there for a second. Yeah, and see, I don't know if she thought she was going to stop at 7 and then went bigger than she thought. Kind of came around washy to 9. But now she knows she can get the 9. I'm like, why not go for it? It's the X Games.
5:11 and counting down left to go, so she's going to get a sled ride back up to the top. We'll get another run for sure, possibly 2. We will see. Marin Hamill's been in that top spot for most of this jam session. No one has been able to best her thus far.
And Marin, she has, what, is this her 2nd or 3rd X Games start?
Second.
She has no X Games medals to her name. Oh!
She missed the podium by 2 spots last year in her first ever appearance. She had to settle for 5th, so in appearance number 2, you're sitting in that top spot, but there's still time left and a lot can happen between now and then.
What I love too, the switch zero spin. For those that who don't know, it's basically just a switch straight air, but it's a lot harder than it looks. Your body wants to rotate back to forward, so you have to kind of go against your cat-like instincts to keep it to switch. And I think what the judges are really liking about Marin is just, you know, she's done a bunch of nose butters, she had some big airs, but also just showing a lot of variety.
Yeah, again, to get into that shifty position and then get yourself back to just traversing straight, that's insane.
It's not easy. I'm not good at it. Oh, staying with the flat 3. She had the flat 5 and now wants to show that she can hold it at 360.
And she's in a tough spot right there, too, just on that bubble. She's in 4th place. Look at the windup.
I mean, you absolutely have to wind it up so much. There's no lip there. But these women are making it look so easy.
Yeah, you're just powering into this and literally hurling yourself off that roller into that landing.
And sometimes, like, you know, they don't really know how big or small they're going to go. It's kind of hard to judge when you've been training a jump and you know the speed and you know the trajectory of it. In this instant, you're kind of just going for it.
Yeah, how do you get out of that mindset when you're training for slopestyle or big air and you're like, oh, wait, I have to dial this back a lot. East Devilay. I didn't think she had the rotation. She was kind of doing the rolling down the windows a little bit with the arms and then got all the way around.
Look at the stoke there. Yeah, she said it super slow. It almost looked like she was kind of going for a Superman dive.
She just lawn darted into that thing.
Last second was like, I got to bring this around.
Good on her. Just the hands dabbed on that one.
I mean, once again, it's not your traditional contest. I don't know. Are the judges looking at? I mean, they probably want, you know, execution. That is a part of the criteria. But once again, I don't know. Just the variety of tricks that she's shown has been super fun.
Originality, difficulty, creativity, style, and trajectory are the main bullet points they're talking over in that judges booth.
Coming around, using that knuckle twice, the knuckle and the landing, showing us some variety there. Jenny Lee.
Okay, so now this gets interesting with the clock. We have 3 skiers left to go. There's 2:17 and counting down left to go. If we do get back to the top of the order, they'll get everybody will get one more run.
Man, I got lost in the heat of the moment. I didn't even realize there's only 2 more minutes on the clock.
It's going by quick. Couldn't slow that down.
I mean, that's what we were talking about. Just sometimes you don't know the trajectory or how big you should go. It's really hard to gauge the speed.
So we have X Games Medical tending to her. So obviously put a stop on the time clock. I mean, she came in deep on that one, so we'll put a stop on the time clock. We'll let X Games Medical tend to her. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more from X Games Aspen 2026, driven by Jeep. Welcome back, everyone, to X Games Aspen 2026, driven by Jeep. Day 1 of 3 of competition here at Aspen Snowmass. We are in the middle of women's ski Knuckle Huck. If you're just joining us, Jimmy Coleman here in the booth alongside Maggie Voice. And we were down to the final 2 minutes, and we saw Grace Eldon just go a little too deep in the landing there. So she is still currently down, being tended to by X Games Medical as of right now.
Yeah, we've got the best of the best staff here to take care of these athletes in unfortunate circumstances like this. But it's unfortunately a part of the sport. But you know, like I said, we've got the best of the best to take care of these situations.
Well, you know, just the camaraderie. I mean, you could see the concerned look on everybody's face up there at the top of the start structure there, and with the fans here, like everybody was pretty fired up and excited, and it just went silent.
Yeah, unfortunately, that definitely just changes the tone of the event.
So keep those positive vibes and well wishes going right now for Grace. We will get you an update when one becomes available for us. But as of right now, let's take a look at some of the highlights and talk about where we stand after what we've seen so far, Maggie.
Our bronze medalist in Knuckle Huck last year, Annie Carava, showing us that style. Going massive on this one. Barely hanging on.
And it was that last run that got her up there, because she was down in 7th prior to that.
Well, once again, I think it was the amplitude and just the variety that Annie has showed us overall. The front flip right here that Alais has given us. Annie also showed us a really impressive front flip.
That one was a great save with the double hand drag just to get yourself right side up. But it's Marin Hamill that's been in the top spot for most of this jam session.
Yes, Marin, what I call her Rinny, showing us all her style, all her flavorful knuckle tricks. And once again, she was, I believe, oh yeah, right here. Yeah, no, Marin was an alternate going into this event and just found out the other day. And I remember talking to her earlier, excuse me. I'm just like, go have so much fun. You're about to compete in slope style, headed to the Olympics. And that's what she said it was all about for her today.
Yeah, and that's just kind of the embodiment of this whole thing. It's just fun and get out there and creativity with no lip, no jump, if you will. If you're new to this, this is the end of the slope style big air course. You basically just have that landing, and you're just looking at that, and you're trying to gauge the speed, as we've talked about a couple of times, and how you approach that. And going back to your point earlier, you know, like, how do you wrap your mind around that when you're practicing for big air or slope style, or both of those things, and then this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was never a knuckle hucker, but I mean, these are really, really talented athletes. And I mean, they know what it takes. They've gotten practice out here. So it's kind of just having a little bit of a mind shift.
Okay, well, they're still out there tending to Grace right now. We'll take another quick break. We'll be back with more here at Aspen Snowmass. Welcome back, everyone, to a snowy Friday afternoon here at Aspen Snowmass. We are in the middle of women's ski Knuckle Huck. That is Grace Eldon that is still down right now after sending it a little too deep into the landing there. X Games Medical still tending to her, so we will get you an update as soon as that becomes available. Welcome back inside the booth, everyone. Jimmy Coleman here, sitting alongside Maggie Voisin. We got James Woods out there in the field, but we know it's about medals, but there's a special medal that's coming into play.
That's what I've been hearing. Let's hear about it,
this
Jimmy.
weekend. Lifestyle jewelry brand GLD is an official partner of X Games and the exclusive medal partner for Knuckle Huck. They are redefining what victory looks like by designing the official Knuckle Huck gold medals as fully wearable, innovative pieces of jewelry. That thing is extra bling on that one.
Do you get the briefcase too? That's all business.
You know what? That is an interesting question, and I'm sure I will get a text message from Vince and research about that very, very shortly now that you have put that out in the universe.
I don't know, I mean, wearing it, but imagine walking through the airport with that briefcase. People are like, what is that? It's my Knuckle Huck medal.
Is that going to set off the metal detectors, you think?
Probably.
Yeah,
probably. Security's not going to like that one, but you're going to feel pretty cool.
So let's talk about, you mentioned this earlier a little bit, like risk versus reward, not just in Knuckle Huck, but in all these events. And coming into this on a weekend, a lot of these athletes are, multiple disciplines and whatnot. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, once again, this is a high risk, high reward sport. I mean, it's the X Games. It's the extreme games, all of these extreme athletes. And I mean, we all know what we're partaking in, but I think too, when you think back on these athletes who are trying to manage, like Annie, 3 different events. And I think it's just knowing your body, also like trusting your own instincts and knowing when to push it and knowing when to hold back. I mean, it's super important. And I will say throughout my career, and definitely the older I got and the more that I became a veteran, I feel like I was better to understand that. Sometimes these rookies or people who are newer to the X Games, they want to give it everything they have, rightfully so, and unfortunately, we sometimes have these mishaps. But like I said, it's a part of all action sports. And it's always a hard pill to swallow when it does happen. But like we said, we've got the best of the best team out here taking care of these athletes when things go wrong. And no, we're just hoping for the best for Grace. Yeah,
so as I mentioned earlier, it just kind of brings the mood down, obviously, and everybody, wanting to see her get up under her own power. Like, what do you do after that when the course gets clear? Like, how do you get yourself out of that? You're obviously worried about your fellow competitor, your friend. Like, how do you get out of that and get back into that mindset?
I would say, especially for this event, pardon me, I think it's just maybe on your next lap, like just putting something down that feels clean, feels smooth, kind of slowly getting that energy back. You can see these athletes at the top. Sounds like they have music up there, maybe just trying to keep the vibes high. Once again, I mean, it's hard not to think about what just happened, but it's also staying focused on yourself and the task at hand and the event that you're competing in. So there's a respect aspect there, but also, trying to focus on yourself and what you need to do.
Another thing that a lot of people don't realize, not just coming to this, but the other events there's other events going on. It's a very full season. The travel, the jet lag, some of these athletes coming in pretty banged up. Some of them keep it pretty close to the vest and don't want to talk about it, especially when you've got Olympics right around the corner. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. Like a lot of people just came from Europe, from LAX. We were talking about some athletes just qualifying for the Olympics, and then you've got that coming up. Like that is a heavy, heavy burden that I don't think a lot of people realize. Like, yes, this is extremely challenging, but there's a big mental aspect to this too.
Especially on Olympic years. I mean, I have been a part of that process multiple times, and it is so unbelievably stressful, especially if you're someone from the U.S. and there are so many talented athletes, and you're fighting for a spot. You might only get 3 spots per gender, or you're going to get 4. You don't know, and you're competing against your teammates. I mean, you're always doing that, but it becomes a little bit more cutthroat, and it is so stressful.
It's definitely a mental chess match that I don't think a lot of people like, oh, you guys are just going out there and sending it, doing crazy stuff. It's like, there's a lot that comes with it that you don't see unless you're behind the scenes.
1,000,000%. Yeah, and all of these athletes, they are so grateful for the life that they get to live, but there is a real side to it.
All right, so we're being told that we're getting pretty close to getting back into competition here, and we will get you an update as soon as we have it. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everyone. X Games Aspen 2026, driven by Jeep, day 1 of 3 of competition. Our first contested ski event of the weekend here, women's ski Knuckle Huck. Looking at a shot of Grace Eldon, who went down in the last couple of minutes of competition. We still have about 2 minutes and some change left on the jam session clock right there, and she just a little too overcorked and almost kind of sent her into a double backflip situation. So
yeah, we were talking about that. We weren't sure if she was trying to double, but I think just over rotated that backflip and just went a little bit too big.
So again, X Games Medical tending to her. Every precaution is taken to ensure the safety and well-being of the athletes. Taking a look at our current leader.
Marin, is she fogging? You can hear the girls up there.
Do the lenses pop out?
We'll let the girls talk for a
They're
sec.
so hard, I can't. I was going to say just pop the
I don't
lenses
think they
out.
know they're being filmed. That's the hard part sometimes.
That's why we put mics up there.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I don't know. I think when it's fogging, it's kind of warm. Well, let's talk about skiing, not fogging goggles.
Yeah, she's been in that top spot for pretty much the bulk of this jam session thus far.
She's held her own out here. Coming in, switch. Setting up for that tail butter. See that right there? Pressing her tails, dragging them across the knuckle. Doing a 180 to finish out, landing switch. Nice and smooth. Marin. Sorry, I was teammates with her. I call her by her nickname.
You're loud. That's why you're in that chair.
Right?
So she's sitting in the top spot as of right now. And like I said, once she got up to there, it's an overall impression during this 20-minute jam session. So it's not about one hit. So she found herself in that top spot. We don't have scores. It's just a live ranking. But there's kind of a bit of a battle going on between silver and bronze as of right now. But we're going to rewind the clock to last year and take a look at the gold medal recipient here at women's ski Knuckle Huck, and Rel Harwood.
Rel, she's not here with us this year. But man, her performance last year got me so excited. This nose butter 9 to perfection. She absolutely loves that trick. And she did give us a 1260 last year too. But this is the 9. Dragging those noses.
With the
grabbing
grab.
that ski. Landing switch, no problemo.
See that beautiful backdrop? We did that at the twilight hour last year. You had the sun setting in the background. What a gorgeous setting that was, but that was 2025. Actually, the only podium finisher in the field this year from last year is Annie Caraba, who walked out of there with a bronze.
Yes.
And as we've said multiple times before, she doubled it up at the end of the weekend in slopestyle. She got a bronze. She was down in the bottom of the pack. She was in 7th place.
Yep.
And then her last run that we saw put her back into where she left off from last year. So she's looking at another bronze.
Back into 3rd, yeah. Well, what I loved about Annie and just kind of, I think the variety that she gave us a little bit of butters, but also gave us a really big air, and then surprised us with that epic front flip. And I think that's what landed her back in that bronze medal spot.
Well, going back to Rel for a second, she got a gold last year. That was her 2nd medal because she got a silver in 2024, and that was the first time we had ever contested ski
That's
Knuckle
right.
Huck for women.
Yep, this is the 3rd ever women's ski Knuckle Huck. And it has once again just been so exciting. I've highlighted it a bunch already, but what I love and love and love about this event is it's not your traditional big air slope style skiers that you're gonna see all season long at the X Games, at World Cups. We really get to draw in these other talented women from across the sport who might be more into filming or more into urban, and it just gets to tie in what free skiing is all about. It's not just about the contests, you know, we get this variety of the filming aspect, but street style, all of that. I don't know. I just think that's what's so special, and I'm so excited that X Games brought that to life here.
I'm going to pick your brain. Here's another mental strategy question.
Oh, gosh, all right.
Would you rather do this to start your weekend, or would you rather have this at the end? If you're competing in multiple events, or if you're doing slopestyle, big air, and this, which would you rather get this one out of the way first, or would you rather be like, all right, pressure's off for the other.
Question.
Let's have some fun. Let's cap off my weekend.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know. I think both would be great. I mean, to start your X Games out with a really fun event, I mean, that just kind of sets the tone for the rest of the week. But I don't know. Also, too, let's say, I mean, not to say that maybe you didn't land in a spot you wanted to in slopestyle or big air, and you're like, I'm just going to give it all I got. I'm going to finish this one out with a lot of fun. Marin holding flowers right there.
It's a whole vibe up there right now. So they're just chilling, waiting for us to get an update on Grace with X Games Medical. But let's take a look and see where we stand at podium contenders as of right now. It's last year's bronze medalist Annie Karava sitting in third right now, looking at a potential another bronze medal here.
Yep, coming in with this massive switch 360, putting it down on the bottom line. And then here we have
Allah East
Allah
Devili.
I swear, it's like a Superman front flip and then last second just tucking it around. Oh.
She just full send lawn dart. Watch the hands. The backside doesn't look like it ever touched the ice.
Nope. Maybe that was part of the style. A little bit of hand drag on the landing. You never know these days.
And then it was Marin Hamill. We keep talking about it. Early on, she jumped to the top of the leaderboard, and no one has been able to take that spot away from her.
Nope. Marin hanging in there in the gold medal spot. Showing us, styly landings.
So that is where we stand as of right now.
Look at that. Tail drag on the knuckle. Spinning the switch. Yeah, Marin. This would be her first X Games medal, by the way. If she takes home the first X Games medal and you take home a gold? All right.
Last year was her first appearance here at the X Games, and as we said earlier, she had to settle for 5th, so 2 spots outside of the podium. So just a few moments ago while we were in that recap, that was Grace waving, throwing the horns up right there to the fans.
I hate to see someone go off in a sled, but when you get a moment of just a wave or something that, you know, they're okay in some extent.
Yeah, you want that reaction shot because,
want that.
Yeah. And this place absolutely erupted here in the corral when that happened. So we're glad to see her be able to throw the horns up like that. So
sigh of relief when you see something like that.
We will get you an update as it becomes available. So we're being told now that this will be the last run. So Annie Karava, this is the end of the lineup here. So I was just told by Sports and Comp that this will be the last run.
Look at the
so that means the podium set right now. The question is, what place are they going to finish out here in 2020?
Is that right? Oh my gosh.
Because Annie's the last to go. She's already in a bronze.
Well, did you hear that? I love the camaraderie, too, between all of these women. Just cheering Annie on. Coming in switch. What she got for us for her final hit. Switch 3. Tapping the tails. Coming out styly. I'm not sure if that will move her up. But once again, so stoked to see her competing in 3 events.
Yeah, and after what we saw happen to Grace and just the long comp hold and everything, it's tough.
Put it down.
You talked about it. It's tough to come back and bring that energy back up.
It's really hard. I mean, sometimes you're watching your friends absolutely put it down, and then, you know, other times you see stuff like that. It's heavy on the heart.
And that, I don't know if they know that up top, but that is officially it. I made sure. I went and got confirmation on that. Yeah, they're
is it over?
Yeah, I don't think they know.
Marin, she's giving us a victory lap right here. She's not sure, though. Do I have to ski down?
Can I just ski down?
I guess if you've never had to stand on the podium before, you don't know how the protocol is. Yes, Marin, you can just ski down and go claim your gold.
I've known Marin forever, and that is the most Marin reaction ever. So if you caught me laughing, it is not at her. I just adore her so much.
It's a tough spot to be. Like, yes, you've got monitors up there and whatnot, but you don't have the instant communication system like we have down here in the broadcast booth.
Gold medal moment. Marin Hamill showing us her variety out here on the knuckle. Tail drag with the spin out. Yeah, Marin. Sorry, I'm getting caught up. We're actually here live at the bottom. I'm getting caught up in the moment. I can hear all of these women getting stoked for Marin. I'm excited.
Yeah, she jumped out to that early lead, and nobody was ever able to take it away from her. And as we mentioned earlier, there was that battle going on between silver and bronze. They kept trading back and forth there for a little while.
And listen to that camaraderie. That is all the women in the field cheering Marin on, and our crowd.
I still don't think she realized it even when she got back down here to the bottom of the hill. So it's an X Games rookie with the silver. Annie Karava following up with another bronze. Marin Hamill with the gold. Woodsy, take it away.
Marin, amazing skiing. That was fantastic. From our point of view, it looked like you came into this first event with a plan. Did it all go to plan, or tell us your take on it?
Yeah, I came here with 4 tricks in mind, and I was just stoked to land it. It was really fun. It's like Knuckle Huck's best contest.
Well, it was a fantastic showing. Massive congratulations. You've got slopestyle coming up. A word on that? How you feeling on this last hit, or what are you looking for in slopestyle?
Still trying to figure out the course for slopestyle, but looking forward to Sunday.
Congratulations, that was amazing. You're rocking mad blink. Good luck in slopestyle. Marin Hamill.
Well, I guess I asked you